This is Fngr, and today, for no good reason, we're going to talk about Josh the Firebrand Scorcher. Before we get going, I want to take a moment to respond to a remark made by Puzzle Piece, made behind my back, because naturally that's what Puzzle Piece does best. Ahem. He is the most dangerous in my opinion, and it's easy to trust him sometimes. The rest of the trolls I know are a bit more open about their intentions. Well, Puzzle Sweetheart, bae, I'm here to spin the narrative. In the past, I've gone to extensive lengths to get guests. To get Silverquill, I had to get Robin0928 to get Keyframe, and about that same time I had to go get Y2K Toon Critic, so that I had both of them as a reference to get to Silverquill. For King of Limbo, that's just how I do business, like an overcomplicated JRPG. Jesus, I went through Give and Take, both members of TBBBAP, Tommy Oliver, Cider from CR Pub Call, and kiss more ass than I'd ever dreamed to list here, just to get to Digibro. To get to Josh Scorcher, I got to Jerry Peet, and for my efforts I got called a stalker. Let's take a look at that from that side of thinking. Let's pretend I really am a horrible human being. I am, after all, manipulating the system, but let's look at the part that makes me the worst person of all about this. A while back, I made a video explaining the Brony War between Team Scorcher and the Horseshoe Crew. It's all true, and the real funny part is, I almost stopped it. There is no doubt the continued escalation between the sides solely rests in my hands. Don't believe me? When I had made peers with Jerry Peet in less than a week, I released a video accusing the old podcast I used to be with, Pony Tonight, aka the Pony Fuckcast, of harassment and spreading rape culture of all things. That video still exists. Here. The video was horrible and a vile, gross overreaction on my part. And right there on the front line was Puzzle Piece. Well, that's not fair. By the front line, I meant in the back line. The day I released one of my vaunted and most despicable pieces of TMZ journalism, Puzzle Piece, quietly in PM, on Skype, was there to slap me on the back and give me the old attaboy. Certainly not in public. Like a true world-class weasel, you'd never do that. Despite it being such a gross and horrible action, a man who presents his moral character as sanctimonious was there egging on a monster, a despot, and a petty tyrant. Because it was easy, convenient, and all the while this was happening, poor Jerry Peet was having a heart attack, trying to be supportive, that I'd put him on the spot. I ambushed him with a load of rabid bullshit. When it turned out to be horse crap, he cut ties with me. And rightfully so. So publicly he denounced me and my overall lack of moral character. Meanwhile, in the shadows, Puzzle whispered, he gossiped, he groveled like an ant before a god. But let's get back to being able to stop this. I actually had Jerry Peet's ear. I had some level of confidence, clearly. I overplayed being a petty and malevolent tyrant that I am. Anyone who knows Jerry Peet will know that he is a universal and objective truth. With time, I could have got to Scorcher and mended this great divide between two major factions. But I was too wrapped up in being me, spreading information you as the common fan don't need or deserve. Quite frankly, it's none of your business if Josh Scorcher thoughtlessly and slapdashedly uses his actions to cause death threats. You don't deserve to know that. That's the sort of thing that would be illegal in Canada. Just ask Jerry Peet. So Puzzle Piece, my message to you is simple. Evil prevails when good men fail to act. Or in your case, they should just change that to evil prevails. I mean seriously, there's only so much great and honest men like Jerry Peet can do. From his castle in Canada, between curing cancer and explaining what the narrative is to simpletons like me, you could have stopped me with your righteous indignation. You could have shook your hands hard enough. You could have banged your fist hard enough. Alas, instead of attempting to put out the fire, you did what you always did. Nothing. And then this happened. You let this soulless monster loose on the Brony community. This most dangerous of men. You could have protected Josh Scorcher from me. I mean, forget the fact that he's a Marine with military training and you're a chubby, out-of-shape Mormon. Your righteous fury could have defeated me. I just know it. You could have done it. How do you sleep with yourself? Well, till next time, good night and good luck, kiddo.